Hello everyone, welcome back to the setup, my setup. Today I'm doing another collection video. So my DVD collection did, it did pretty well. So honestly, I'm now gonna milk it. So today we're gonna be doing a CD collection. Now actually I'm more passionate about CDs more than DVDs, so I have a lot more stuff to say in this video. I have a feeling this video is gonna be another long video. So I'm gonna get started. I'm also very different from other people. I like a lot of different music. So if you came here to see Britney Spears or Taylor Swift or Michael Jackson, well, I mean I do have one Michael Jackson CD, but if you see any of those big artists or pop stars, Bruno Mars or all that stuff, or Justin Bieber, like I do not have that. I'm more into punk rock stuff. So I'm gonna get all of that. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, I'm going to first start off with the Green Day CDs. I think there will be timestamps on this video like I did the DVD collection. So I'm just gonna get started now. Green Day is gonna be the first few CDs. I don't have every CD, and like if you expect an entire discography of a band you wanted to see in this video, I do not have that. I have probably a few CDs from it, but like let's get in the freaking video. Come freaking yapping. We're off with the first CD I have. We have Green Day's Kerplunk. Now, this is a pretty good album, not gonna lie. It was on Lookout Records, even though this is not Lookout Records. Why am I speaking like that? This is Green Day's Kerplunk. It is a pretty good album. Definitely a very raw album, very punk album. It's very punk, I would bet, like, if you ask someone who is a fan of just punk music, not like pop punk, but punk, they would probably like more of Green Day's earlier stuff, because that was very raw. This is Kerplunk. Kerplunk's a good album. I do like Kerplunk. It is basically like a combination between 1039, It's Moved Out Slappy Hours, and Dookie. It has like the lyrics like Dookie, but the production is more like 1039, It's Moved Out Slappy Hours. So, that's what I'll say about this one. Yeah, I don't know if I don't really know if I want to try opening these. I mean, I don't, actually, can I? Yeah, I'm not gonna try. Alright, so if you expect me to open these CDs, I'm probably not. Some highlights on this album. Got 2,000 Light Years Away, the original Welcome to Paradise, and Christy Road. Those are my 3 favorite tracks on this album. So, those are some good bangers. I'd say bangers, all that stuff. Next album. Of course, we got Green Day's Dookie. I don't think this would be a collection video if I didn't have Green Day's Dookie. If I was a Green Day fan, I don't have American Idiot or even Dookie, I don't think I'd be a real fan. But thankfully, I do have Dookie. This is actually the original version with the brown spine. That basically means that it has Ernie on the cover. So basically, in modern releases, Ernie is not on the Dookie cover because Ernie, of course, does not belong to Green Day at all. Kind of cool though. I liked Ernie on this cover, but he's not here. Which kind of sucks because Ernie's funny. But this is Dookie. I think to everyone, this album I think I've played so many times. It's very old. This is my mom's copy from back when she got it in the 90s. So she gave it to me, and she gave it to me, and I was like, oh thanks. And when she did give it to me, I didn't even know what Green Day was until I started actually listening to this thing. And I was like, yo, this is kind of good. This kind of hits hard. So, yeah, my favorite tracks on this album are Basket Case, Long View, basically all the singles. My favorite deep cuts are probably Sassafras, Roots, Pulling Teeth, or Chump. Those are some good songs on it. I like Chump. Chump's funny. Not funny, but, it's a good song. Of course, Dookie, I do actually want to get a lot of a lot of copies, like duplicate copies of my CDs, because CDs, like, here's about DVDs and CDs are so easy to break. Like, today I got a new CD. I'm not gonna say which one it was, I'll say it later, but like, I got a new CD today, and it was literally broken, because it came in shipping. I was actually so mad. Thankfully, I basically could just replace it. Thankfully, it was only the front that was basically broken. The back was perfectly fine. So yeah, I had to basically just had to get a new CD that my mom had or something, and I had to replace it, so it ain't even that bad. So, yeah, Dookie, I think everyone knows this album. Like, if you don't know this album, I mean, okay, fine, but if you don't know this album, especially if you're a rock fan, I don't think you're really a rock fan. I'm just gonna say it right now. Like, I don't even know if that's being too harsh, but, in my eyes, you are not a true, rock guy. I don't even know where to put these. I'm just gonna put them right here. Hopefully, they're gonna be safe. Next album, I do not have Insomniac. Yeah, I also don't have Very Nice and Smooth. Yeah, I don't have those albums. Which sucks. I love Insomniac. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't have it. First, the next album we have is Nimrod. Nimrod is my favorite Green Day album. You can come fight me and kill me and stuff. I love Nimrod. Nimrod is a great album. It has some bangers on here, like Nice Guys Finish Last, Redundant, Scattered, of course, Good Riddance, Time of Your Life, Hitching a Ride. There's a lot of good songs on this album, and that's probably why it's my favorite Green Day album. This album, I would honestly say, started when Green Day started actually making their music more, actually more experimental. Like, everything before Insomniac was just rock, plain rock. I mean, there was a few songs that could be classified as not rock, like The Words I Might Have Ate. Like, that song is definitely experimental, but, still. And, yeah. But Nimrod, they really decided to go that route for this album, especially with Good Riddance, Time of Your Life is releasing it as a single. That takes guts, that takes balls to release a song that's not like any of your other discography and put it on an album. That's why I think this album did so well, because it had Good Riddance, Time of Your Life on it. But yeah, this album, amazing. It even has freaking King for a Day, which is a ska song. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, Nimrod, amazing album. I actually really love this album. It is my favorite album of all time. It is so good. It is amazing. It's funny. Why do I keep saying that albums are funny? This album's amazing. It's good. Good stuff. I'm not gonna go much into it. I would say that I do listen to Dookie more than I listen to Nimrod. Because the reason why, because Dookie is like, that album, like, it feels very fast to listen to, which I kind of like. It's very fast paced. There's no like instrumental tracks or no like, yeah, like, here's the thing with Nimrod. Nimrod has an instrumental track called Last Ride In, which kind of interrupts the pacing of the album. Dookie is just one clean swoop for the till the end. Like, it's good stuff. Now we have I actually have Warning. Warning is another good Green Day album. It is still really good. It's still an S tier album, in my opinion. In fact, the only album that I haven't showed you right so far is not an S tier is Kerplunk. Like, I mean, sorry Kerplunk fans, but that's not my that's an A tier album, not an S tier album. But Warning is an S tier album because Warning is Green Day's most experimental album literally ever. This album is so experimental. They have, like, this song called Misery. They have a song called Misery on it. This song is literally, I can't even describe it. It's a 5-minute song with so many different instruments. It combines Mexican music and, like, French music and stuff. It is kind of crazy. And, like, songs like also Hold On with a freaking harmonica. It's pretty crazy. Like, Macy's Day Parade is a nice ballad, I'd say. Like, this album is basically Nimrod on steroids. It also has less songs on it. Like, Nimrod has 18 tracks on it. This album only has 12, which honestly is not. I don't hate that, because I think 12 is a perfect number for an album. I think 14 kind of ish, but 12 is also a good number as long as you don't cut the runtime to craziness. But Warning is a good album. Like, the good songs on it are Warning, Minority, Waiting, the singles, and also Church on Sunday is very underrated, and Castaway is really good too, and also, like, Hold On as well. This is a good album. I love Warning by Green Day. It is very good. I love it. It's Green Day's most experimental album, I'd say. It is a good freaking album, I'd say. I like it a lot. Now we're done with I would say, the classic era of Green Day. Now we're getting to the rock opera stuff, which honestly isn't a good era. So this is the CD that I got today, American Idiot. I just got this CD today. And, yeah, of course, I listened to it before I even had the CD. It is still a banger album, in my opinion. It is so good. I love American Idiot. Honestly, sometimes I always go back from Nimrod and American Idiot. Like, I always go back, like, American Idiot is, like, more, like, it's definitely more experimental than Nimrod. I mean, okay, not really, because Nimrod is really experimental, but, yeah, you get the idea. I think American Idiot, like, I always go back and forth, but Nimrod's always ultimately the best album, because that album has 18 tracks, American Idiot only has 13, so it's definitely a lot more tracks on it, a lot more experimentation on it. American Idiot is still an amazing song. They literally have 2 90-minute songs on this album, which we have Jesus of Suburbia and Homecoming. Homecoming is another amazing track. I actually like Homecoming more than Jesus of Suburbia, because it is just crazy how much that song is. That song is a great 9-minute song. It's amazing. But yeah, I really love all the tracks on here. American Idiot, of course, is a banger. Holiday Boulevard, Broken Dreams are good. Email September is good. Extraordinary Girl I actually do like a lot. St. Jamie's good. And I know people probably go in the comments saying, what about Letter Bomb? I still love Letter Bomb. Like, it's still a 9 out of 10 track. I just don't think I don't think it deserves the praise it always gets. I still love Letter Bomb. Like, Letter Bomb's still an amazing track. Like, if you still say in the comments, I hate that song, I don't. I love that song. The song's amazing. It's so good. Like, every song on American Idiot is amazing. Like, every song on this album is amazing. Maybe not all the rating. That song's kind of, but, you know, every song on this album is perfect. Not perfect, but you get the idea. American Idiot, I love American Idiot. It is such a good song. It's a good album. The song's good too. Now we have 21st Century Breakdown. This basically, it's pretty hard to make a successor to one of the greatest rock albums of all time. But also, I'd say they pulled it off. Like, they definitely tried their best with this album. Like, I even heard in interviews that this album was pretty hard to make for Billy Joe Armstrong. But honestly, he pulled it off. I mean, it's definitely not as good as American Idiot, Nimrod, or Dookie, but it's my 4th favorite Green Day album, and for good reason. It is literally like American Idiot, but like the stakes are even higher. Like, it's crazy. There's 18 tracks on it. This is Green Day's longest studio album. This album is so crazy. It is actually wild, and like it has 3 parts to it. It's not even at 2 discs, just one single disc, like just one clean flow to it. Like, so of course, a song that Century also is an amazing opener. It's the good songs, 21st Century Breakdown, Know Your Enemy, 21 Guns, the singles. Last Night on Earth is an amazing ballad. Horseshoes and Hand Grenades is good. Peacemaker is amazing. East Chasing Nowhere is also amazing. Those are some good songs on the album. 21st Century Breakdown and American Idiot. These two albums, I think these 2 albums basically made me realize how good punk rock music is in general. They literally introduced me to a completely new genre of music that I probably would never know before. It is actually crazy how these albums changed my life, and I'm honestly grateful. I'm honestly so grateful for that. Like, I'm actually so happy I discovered these albums. Like, I wasn't even a big fan of music before like 2025. In fact, I think I hated music, but I love music. Now I want to learn the guitar and all that stuff. So now I'm a freaking nerd now. That's great. But you know, I still love video games, but not as much. Now we're going to skip a long time into the future with Green Day's Saviors. Saviors, of course, is Green Day's latest studio album released in 2024. Saviors is a good album. Like, it is basically the trilogy combined with Revolution Radio. Like, it's the trilogy, like the pop stuff by Green Day and then the rock stuff by Green Day. It's actually really good combined. Like, it is a good album. Like, they combine the 2 mixes very well, and I like it a lot. So, of course, Saviors, it is a good album. I like it. It's not an S tier album. I actually used to think that. I did not know why I think that, because maybe I was just doing recency bias, but Saviors, it's a good freaking album. Like, it's honestly, there's not much to talk about with it. I know they just released the new trailer for the I don't know, I'm not gonna say a bad word, but the one-eyed bastard thing. I just said it. But Saviors is a good album. Like, I can do this though. I can open this and like you guys can see, Billy Joe, Trey Cool, and Mike Dirt. Yeah, so amazing album. I think it is a little better than Revolution Radio. I feel like they knew more they were doing. Revolution Radio was a very safe album, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna put it there. Hope it doesn't get damaged. Like, that's where I'm putting all my CDs. Which I don't think is a very good idea, but I'll put them back. Next we have Green Day Greatest Hits, God's Favorite Band. There's not much to say about this CD because it really is just a greatest hits compilation. I mean, I could rant over the songs they chose, which I definitely will go into because there's a few songs that should be on here. So they should combine international super hits with God's Favorite Band. You would get like amazing greatest hits because they have all the all the good stuff. So yeah, I'm happy I am happy they did include on this. We're 2,000 Light Years Away. I'm happy they included at least one trilogy song because the trilogy isn't that bad. I actually do like the trilogy a little bit. But, I like the trilogy a little bit. Like, I'm happy they included, She, I guess, she's a good song. I mean, and the bad stuff, though, is that they should probably include more, like other singles, like Nice Guys Finish Last, Geek Stink Breath, Redundant, Waiting, and Jesus of Suburbia. Like, they should have included more of those songs, but it's okay. I'm not gonna go rant mode, because really it's just like greatest hits at the end of the day. And I do like greatest hits by artists. It just kind of depends how they do it. Like, if they do it in a stupid way, that I don't like it anymore. But they actually did it in a good, clever way. So, I guess that's it for the Green Day CDs. I'm gonna move on to the next batch of CDs, and I'll be gone in a sec. Cool transition. Click, 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 click. Alright, we're back. That was probably a horrible transition, but what the frick? I don't really care. So, now we're gonna get our next CDs. Yeah. So, we're gonna have our next few CDs. Next we have Blink-182. Now, it might look like I have more Blink-182 CDs than Green Day. Maybe I do, but I still like Green Day more than Blink-182. I just got extremely lucky of how I just found all these CDs, because one day I was looking through my grandpa's attic, and he said I can go look through there and find any CDs I want, because he's pretty old, you know. He didn't really care. Like, he literally, as a kid, did not care what he got. Like, if he wanted a freaking album cover with a freaking naked woman on it, he would buy it. I don't know why, but he would. So, he just, like, if he thought, I bet he hasn't even listened to Blink-182 ever in his life. He just got CDs because he wanted to. So, I'm just getting, and he said, I basically found all these CDs, and I'm just so happy I found them, because now I have even more CDs than I already did. So, let's just continue. I'm also planning to go back there one day, because I feel like there was literally stacks of CDs. There were CDs in boxes. Thankfully, these were kind of more out in the open, so, that's why I found them. So, yeah, I was a happy boy that day. Let's frame with the first album that I have, which is, of course, Buddha. Okay, maybe not, of course, Buddha, because you probably think Cheshire Cat was going to come first, but it wasn't. So, Buddha, of course, is Blink-182's demo album, released, I think, in somewhere in the early 90s, like 1994 or something like that. Maybe 5, not sure. But Buddha, of course, like, Buddha is an extremely raw album. I would even say it is more raw than 1039 Smooth Out Slappy Hours by Green Day. It is so freaking raw. Like, actually, it is raw. Oh, no, raw. Okay, shut up. Alright, yeah. This is a 14-track demo album. Well, technically, when it first released, it didn't have 14 tracks. In fact, it didn't even have the same lineup it put on the CD. But this was a new released by Kung Fu Records. And Kung Fu Records re-released this CD in, when? I don't even know. It doesn't even really say. It's probably, I think it was like in the late 2000s, I believe. So I'm not sure, though. So this was Buddha. Buddha is I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's a very crappy demo album. It is insane. But there are some good songs on here. Like, Carousel. Alright, I'm back. But anyway, the good songs on here are Carousel, Time, and I like 21 Days. I'm sorry. It's very catchy, and it makes me wanna, I don't even know. I also like Toast and Banana. That's a good song, too. Buddha is a good album. Okay, it's not good. Let me rephrase that. But it is a nice, raw album that most punk enthusiasts would like. Me, not so much, because I actually kind of like music that's actually good and has good production. Anyway, next we have, Cheshire Cat. Now, Cheshire Cat, is Blink-182's actual first debut album. Because Buddha was just a demo album. Even though Mark Hoppus says that Buddha was technically their first album. I mean, it technically was, but, like, even for 1 year difference, the production on Cheshire Cat is a little bit, I'm saying a little bit better than Buddha's. So, it's basically better. But, Cheshire Cat, is basically Buddha, but more refined. And, they definitely know what they were doing. I do like Cheshire. Oh my god, this is funny. I do like Cheshire Cat. Because, Cheshire Cat, it's good. It's a 90s album. That's, like, it's fun. It's cool. It's very punk. It's, like, skate punk, in my opinion. I heard, like, people you call something, like, Blink-182 Cheshire Cat, like, skate punk, they don't like you anymore. Like, no, this is skate punk, man. I mean, it's so, like, even the Eminem's music video, they're riding on skateboards. Like, I mean, that's basically skate punk, in my opinion. Like, maybe I'm just being stupid, but I don't even know. Yeah, so, Cheshire Cat is a good album. It actually is pretty good. Like Blink-182 is. I'm not gonna say I don't think it's good as 1039 Smooth Out Slappy Hours by Green Day or Kaplunk, but it's a good album. I mean, it's still raw, still very skatish. That's even a word. But yeah, I have no idea who that is. Yeah, so the good songs on here are Carousel, M&M's. Does My Breath Smell? No, that song kind of sucks. I don't know why I'm bringing that up. Peggy Sue's good. Toast and Bananas is good, and Wasting Time is also pretty good. Also, Romeo and Rebecca is pretty good too. And 3 joke songs at the end, which are highlighted in purple. Benoit Balls, Just About Done, and Depends. Those songs are literally crazy and made for jokes. They're literally, like, listen to them. They are just joke songs. Benoit Balls is a little good. You know, don't search that up. One time I searched up what Benoit Balls means, and yeah, now I know what it means. It's actually kind of weird. Don't search that up. I mean, if you're curious, go for it. But you know, it has the word balls in it, so I think you know what it means. But Blink-182. In fact, earlier copies of this had only Blink on it, no 182, because you know they got a lawsuit and had to change their name and add numbers and stuff. So they made their name Blink-182. So this is a later copy. It's not the original copy, but you know I wish it was. But womp womp. So here, that's Cheshire Cat. Another good Blink-182 album. Next we have Dude Ranch. Dude Ranch, yeah. Dude Ranch is Blink-182's second or third, I don't even know at this point. You know, Dude Ranch, it is honestly probably the most punkest album I've ever listened to. This album is fast, crazy, in my opinion, and just insane. This album is literally crazy. It is it feels like this album is like, I'm not joking, I mean, kinda, but I'm kinda hyperbolating this. It feels like the album is 10 minutes long, because it goes by so fast, because of how fast it is, and how it's, like, high-paced it is. In fact, this is Blink-182's first album that was made on a label, major label. I think it was MCA, no, it was not like that, I don't even know. But, you know, the funny picture, you know, we got Mark, you know, we got Tom, we got, I think his name was Mark or Matt or something. I think it was Matt. I don't know why Mark came later. Wait, what am I even, I don't even know. He was a guy. Yeah, Matt, no, I don't even know. You know, Dude Ranch, a good album. Like, this album is insane of how just crazy it is. It is fast, punk, and cool. I like Dude Ranch. It's funny. I mean, it kind of is funny. There's some funny songs on here, like, especially the hidden track, which is not on my CD copy, called Dog Lappings. Like, what? I don't even know what the frick happens in that song. Like, Blink-182 is just a crazy band in general. Like, they make some crazy songs. Like, in their earlier years, they just made freaking joke songs. Oh, of course, not every song they made was a joke song, but every album that they would make before Enema of the State had a joke song on it. And, yeah, like, I mean, I think that's true. Alright, now we have 2 copies of Enema of the State. So we have, you know, 2 copies of this album. We have, you know, this is the version that I found in my grandpa's attic, and this is the version at Barnes & Noble. The first version I got was the one at Barnes & Noble. But then I decided, I found this in my, you know, in my dad's, you know, upstairs, you know, attic and stuff. Like, I mean, I decided to get it. In fact, it's even in better condition than this one is. Because actually, I just, yeah, I actually just swapped this case out with the American Idiot case by Green Day. So if you're wondering why actually there's no cracks in it, I mean, yeah, I also swapped it out with another CD that I got. So, yeah, I mean, I think I'm not going to show you this copy because it really is just a duplicate that I have, so I'm just going to put it here. I'm going to show you the good copy, though. So here is Blink-182's Enema of the State with the hot girl nurse. I don't know why the frick I just said that. I am literally going to jail. I'm a pedophile. Alright, so, you know, Enema of the State, it's like Dookie. Like, I think it's a great rock album. It is, like, I'm honestly running out of things to say right now. This album, of course, is amazing. It's perfect, basically. It is great. It's amazing. I love it. Yeah. Enema of the State, great album. So, that is a funny picture. Some good songs on this album. Of course, with all the singles. The good stuff is Dump Weed, Don't Leave Me, and Aliens Exist, and Going Away to College. Those are some good songs. The party song and Mutt, I'm not very too finally about. I don't really like Mutt and the party song that much. I mean, the party song, most people don't like, but Mutt, some people like Mutt. And I'm sorry, I don't like Mutt. I just don't like it. I feel like it just, I don't know, it's kind of just too different for me and stuff. So, Enema State, it is literally right up next there to Dookie. It's so, yeah, I do like Enema State. Great album. It has some great music on it. See, this is why I like punk music, because I'm actually a fan of that. Metal music, not so much. I do like metal music. Some metal songs are amazing, like Sum 41. I don't have any CDs by them, but I'm planning to get some CDs by them. But I don't have Sum 41 CDs, so that sucks. But you know, Enema State, amazing album stuff. You know, it's amazing. I like it. Also, a difference between this CD and the duplicate is that I think you can tell that the girl on this cover is less tan than the girl on this cover. Like, she got a tan. This one, she looks white as a peach. So, yeah, like, kind of see the difference. Also, the parental advisory song is actually on the thing. This is actually just a sticker that I've just never gotten off because I don't want to. So, yeah, you know, Enema State, good album. I love Enema State. It's amazing. Now we have, a different album, which is the Mark, Tom, and Travis Show. I'm literally in shock that I even have this. It is one of the most rarest, not really rarest, but one of the more harder to find Blink-182 albums on a CD, especially on vinyl. This is a live album for Enema of the State, basically. It has, how many tracks does it have? It has 20 tracks on it. I am so surprised my freaking grandpa had this. Like, I'm actually genuinely so surprised, because it is literally so hard to find, and I literally have it right now. I shouldn't even be touching this thing, because it's so hard to find. I mean, okay, it's not that hard to find, like, there's harder things to find, but, like, this album is pretty hard to find, because it really is it was literally a limited edition album back in the 90s, so, yeah. It also has the one, song, Man Overboard. That's a good single, so that's a good single album, yeah. Yeah, the Mark, Tom, and Travis Show. I love the artwork on this CD. I can open this CD, though, right now, though. This is the only CD you're probably going to be able to see, or actually open it. I mean, maybe, there's another one in here, actually. Yeah, you know, this is what the actual thing looks like when you open it. I can just do that. Oh, of course. Yeah. This is a great live album. In fact, actually, I haven't even listened to any of the live tracks on it. What am I saying? I'm being a freaking liar. The only song I listened on this album was Man Overboard, and I believe it was another track I listened to was on, of course, Dumpweed on it, because the first track on here. So, yeah, I haven't even listened to this entire live album. I mean, I don't really want to, because it really is just a live album. The only full live album I've ever listened to was Bolt in a Bible by Green Day. Maybe I should listen to this full live album. Maybe I will. Maybe someday I'll listen to it. I mean, look at the artwork on this. This is just amazing. There's a freaking alien in here. All these punk kids. They got freaking Stalk Mark Hoppus, you know, Travis I'm Pregnant, you know, all this stuff. Like, what is going on here? You know, it's an amazing live album. It's amazing. Good stuff. So now I have 2 copies of Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Yeah, I just said it, didn't I? Yeah. I have 2 copies of the funny name, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. I don't think any of you understand what that means for my general audience who's watching this. Probably none of you know what that means. Basically means, you know, go search it up. Go for it. Yeah. So I have 2 copies of this. I have the regular CD version, and I have the, one with the bonus disc. Now, the bonus disc that I have on here is, I'll show you in a sec, but I'm gonna first start off with the regular copy. With, you know, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. In my opinion, I think Take Off Your Pants and Jacket is better than Enema of the State, because it is another, it's honestly a very weird album. Like, in fact, it is so weird, because it's like, oh my bad, it's weird because, it was basically, of course, you were following up one of the greatest albums of all time called Enema of the State, and unlike with 21st Century Breakdown, this album was better than Enema of the State, in my opinion. Most people wouldn't agree with me on that, but in my opinion, I do think it's better than Enema of the State, because I feel like it has more variety, and more, there's more stuff going on in the album. Some good songs on it are, First Date, you know, single, The Rock Show. I actually really love The Rock Show, and Stay Together for the Kids, There's also Reckless Abandon, Roller Coaster, and Please Take Me Home. Those are some good songs on this album. I mean, I love this album. Like, I'm so happy. I mean, I like these albums. I don't know why I said that, but, you know, I'm just so happy I have these albums. Oh, I accidentally opened it. Well, that's what it looks like inside. That's the show you're gonna get. I mean, actually, it's pretty easy to open. Oh my god, I gotta see my feet. I know you guys like my feet, but, you know, that's kind of weird. Alright, there's Enemas. There's Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. You know, that's the other version. That's the regular version. Now we have the, version with the 2 bonus tracks. So you can go, I don't even remember, they don't even say the bonus tracks on here, but if you open it, has the yellow disc. It was actually the yellow version that I have. I'm not selling this. None of these CDs are for sale in case you want to come to my house and find me. None of these CDs are for sale. I'm going to even say it right now. No, oh god, what happened here? I've never even noticed that this thing was here. That's interesting. But, you know, none of these CDs are for sale. None of them, they're not for sale. Like, none of them are for sale. So, you know, this is the duffel pack. Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Bonus track. I don't even remember what the bonus tracks were called. I know one had the F word in it called, like, Frick something. I think it was Frick a Dog. You know, I don't remember what the other one was. But it's probably good stuff. So, there's Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Now we have the final Blink-182 album that I have. It's not Greatest Hits. It's the self-titled album. This is my favorite Blink-182 album. So, somehow, what they did... Animal State came out. Take Off Your Pants and Jacket came out. Take Off Your Pants and Jacket was better than Animal State. And this album came out. It was better than Animal State and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. This album, though, and I swear, if people call me an emo in the comments, like my brother does, I will kill you. I don't care if it's my favorite album of Blink-182 and it's the most emo of all of them. I literally don't give a crap. The album is amazing. I mean, it's so good. It has some good songs on it. Yeah, this is the final Blink-182 album that I have. So basically, I have all of the original Tom DeLonge stuff. I mean, if I had to get one Blink-182 album, it would probably be Neighborhoods, because I actually do like Neighborhoods too. That album also is kind of expensive when you go online and try to get it. So the good songs on this album are I Miss You, Feeling This, Always is Amazing, Down's Good, Anesthesia, and Stockholm Syndrome is also pretty good too. I love this album. Sure, I mean, I don't really like learning the history behind it, because it is pretty sad, the history behind it, because, you know, what was it? Tom made Boxcar Racer. Maybe that was even before Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, but I don't think it was. So then, you know, Mark was jealous, and, you know, he was just kind of sad that he literally had, like, I'm pretty sure the same producer on the one album that he made with Boxcar Racer. He also had Travis Barker on drums, and he was just left out. Like, he never got asked to join. Like, I feel bad for the guy. Then they come out with this banger, which is amazing. I love this album. It's amazing, perfect, every way. I can tell this video is going to be another hour-long video, I think. So this is just great for me. So there is Blink-182 Untitled. I like to call it just Blink-182, but apparently it's officially called Untitled. So yeah, it's cool. Now we're going to get to yeah, you will see. Alright, we are back again with more stupid CDs. Alright, so now we're going to get into my alternative rock CDs and my 3 metal CDs. So, yeah, I'm going to get into this. I'm going to first off with the alternative rock CDs. I'm going to get into the metal CDs. So, yeah, I'm going to kind of, like, go with these together. So this is basically the miscellaneous section. Yeah, I'm just going to get into it. So, let's begin. So first we have, Fall Out Boys, Sugar We're Going Down. Wait, no. We have Fall Out Boys from Under the Cork Tree. I have not listened to this album in full. I have listened to 2 songs on this album. You probably know what they are, from just how I said it when introducing this album. It's Fall Out Boy. I kind of respect Fall Out Boy. They've been doing it for a while, and here's the thing I don't like about them. After their album, I think it was their 4th album. Yeah, their 4th album. They started going into a poppy section, a poppy, part of their career. And, I don't like pop that much, so I was kind of disappointed when they had pop punk and they went just directly into pop. Like, I think even over the years, like, I think from what I've heard, take me to your grave, whatever it's called, take us to your, I don't even know, but that album is their most punk album, and they kept going poppier and poppier and poppier, and I mean, I think that is how that even went for Fall Out Boy. Fall Out Boy is a good band though. Song, of course, I've listened to us on the album is Dance Dance and Sugar We're Going Down. So, this is also the last pop punk CD I have. So, that's the end for the pop punk road. So, Dance Dance and Sugar We're Going Down, some good songs. Sugar We're Going Down is an amazing song. Dance Dance is pretty good too. I mean, Dance Dance I could probably, Dance Dance is good. But, I do like From Under the Core Tree. This is a good album, I mean, okay, I can't say this is a good album. I haven't listened to the entire thing, but, from what I've heard, it seems like a pretty good album. So I do like From Under the Core Tree. From what I've listened to Fall Out Boy, like, I've listened to Grand Theft Auto from their first album. That song is really good. So, yeah, Fall Out Boy, I just don't really think I would get into them just because, like, I'd probably get into, like, their first 3 or 4 albums, and everything after that, probably not. Because they're all pops. Like, I've listened to Centuries before, and I didn't even know that was by Fall Out Boy. Also, Immortals from Big Hero 6. I never even knew that was by, Fall Out Boy. Until, of course, I started listening to Fall Out Boy. And, that they made those songs. So, good for them. Next we have, now we're going to go into my alternative CDs. Well, first we have Nirvana, I think it's called Icon. So this is Nirvana's Icon. I think many of you have probably seen this in a Walmart before, and that's exactly where I got it. It is not a Greatest Hits Nirvana collection. I mean, it is a Greatest Hits Nirvana collection, but it's not the one that they released back in, like, the early 2000s. This is an Icon, thing, which I think, like, a company was making a lot of, like, out of bands. They make an Icon collection, just, like, it's basically like a sample of amazing songs by the bands. The ones I do remember when they making is Nirvana and Blink-182. So that's what I'm pretty sure they're made of. I have the CD. Now, I do like to listen to Nirvana, but they're kind of too grungy for me. I mean, I like them. I like some of their songs. Like, of course, I like all the big stuff, like Smells Like Teen Spirit, Come As You Are, Lithium, In Bloom, and Heart-Shaped Box. I don't think I can show that title right there, so I hope I don't get demonetized. It's a good album. A good compilation. I mean, I don't really know what would be on here. I kind of wish, like, what was that song called? I don't even know. But, like, it's a good, I mean, honestly, I have really much not to say about it, because, again, I'm not the biggest Nirvana fan. I mean, I love Kurt Cobain and all that stuff. Like, he's an amazing guy. I mean, it's sad that he died, but, Nirvana, good for Nirvana. They're cool, I guess. They have some good music. Next we have, we got Weezer. Of course, we have freaking Weezer. Now, Weezer, you might know them. Not for their songs or for their band, but for this iconic little image. The 4 guys under a blue background called Weezer. You might have heard of them. You might have looked at this image many times in your life. But here's the thing. I actually like Weezer. Okay, I don't love Weezer. I don't like him at all. But I do like this album. Like, I actually really... This used to be my favorite album of all time before I listened to Green Day's Nimrod. And I'm actually so happy that didn't happen. But here's the thing about Weezer, though, that I really like about them. They literally the band that got me into pop punk and alternative rock in general. They're the band that got me. I'm not even joking. They got me into all that stuff. So if Weezer never existed, I probably would never love punk music or any alternative rock music. So Weezer used to be my favorite band of all time. I'm not even gonna feel stupid for saying that. It used to be. They got me into all these good bands. And of course they have the good songs on here like Buddy Holly, Undone the Sweater Song, Say It Ain't So. I mean, like, even after I'm done with, like, the whole Weezer thing, funny Weezer, you're so funny. But, Weezer, this album, honestly, still in my opinion, is amazing. I also do like Pinkerton, too. I don't have Pinkerton on CD, though. I don't have it on vinyl either. I don't know why I'm saying it. Like, I do have it on vinyl. But, I like Weezer's Blue album. It's good. I think there's a reason for why it's iconic. and I don't think it's iconic because of this stupid picture. It's because of the songs that are on here, like Buddy Holly. And songs that are not, the singles, like some of the songs I do like on here. My Name is Jonas. I actually also really like No One Else. I actually do like No One Else. That's a good song. I don't care if it's sexist or whatever the frick people say. That's a good song. Though I do not like Only in Dreams. I've never been a big Only in Dreams fan of that song. So sorry if you really like that song. I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of, it's like a filler. I mean, it's not a filler track, definitely, but it's a good ender. That song I go back to because it's 8 minutes long. So yeah, I also can't be talking because I also listen to Jesus of Suburbia and Homecoming by Green Day, and those songs I love, so I can't really be talking. Next we have Smash Mouth. I'm really going to the memes here, aren't I? So first we have Smash Mouth Fush Yu Mang. Don't search that up either, what that means. I mean, honestly, I don't really care what you do. Go search it up. Go do something in your life. We have Smash Mouth's Fush Yu Mang. I have not listened to this album entirely. I've only listened to 2 songs on this album. Walking on the Sun and Why Can't We Be Friends. Why did I say it like how he says it in the song? It's kind of stupid. Also, I think I've also listened to Flow too. I also listened to Flow. This album, it's by Smash Mouth. It's by Smash Mouth, the meme Shrek band, and yeah, it's by Smash Mouth. Not gonna lie, it's by the meme band. Smash Mouth is a pretty funny band. Yeah, I don't have much to say about this album because I've not listened to it in full, but I respect. I think this is the CD that I also got in my grandpa's attic. I think so. It's a good album. Cause why can't we be friends? Oh, I'm gonna shut the frick up now. Alright. Next we have another Smash Mouth CD, which of course is Astro Lounge. I have also not listened to this album in full, and of course, this is the album that has All-Star on it. Hey now, you're an All-Star, get your game on and go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on and get paid, all that stuff. Yeah, this is the album that basically got them coined the Shrek band. And, this album, I think I've only listened to All-Star on it. I'm gonna admit that right now. I got this not in my grandpa's attic. I got it at a thrift store when I was in South Carolina. So that was pretty cool. When I first got it, this huge crack was in there. So when I came back, though, it was there. And that was cool. That wasn't cool. Yeah. So, there's Astro Lounge. Don't have much to say about it, but it's a Smash Mouth album. Smash Mouth, rip Steve Harwell. I'm sad they died. His later years were something, alright. They were definitely interesting. Yeah. But I do like Astro Lounge. I don't like it. I've never listened to the album in full, but I do like All Star, and probably all the other good songs are good on here too. Also, apparently, Fush Yu Mang apparently sometimes is classified as a punk album, so I guess I guess it could be classified as a punk album. I think I've listened to Flow, and that song's kind of punky. Now we have my final alternative rock CD. I'm not going to go into this that much because I've only listened to 1 song on this, not even in full. We have Green by R.E.M. This album I literally just found while trying to look for a case to replace my American Idiot CD crack in my mom's closet. I found this CD. I knew this album because I think you guys know who Weird Al is. So Weird Al, he made a song called Spam, and it's a parody of a song called Stand, which is on this album by R.E.M. So that's basically, it's an alternative rock album, I believe, so I'm probably going to end up listening to this album someday when I get into like R.E.M. or something, or any alternative rock stuff. But this album has Stand on it, which is I think the only reason why I just have it right now. I've never listened to this album in full. I don't think I've even listened to Losing My Religion before. So, I'm not going to go too in depth with this, it's just R.E.M. Green. Yeah. Cool stuff. Now we have my 3 metal albums, I think. I'm not a big metal fan, but I have these albums because I wanted to, you know, actually, I don't know. I mean, maybe I do. First, we have Highway to Hell. Yeah, we got Highway to Hell by AC/DC. I've only listened to Highway to Hell on this album. It is the same for REM. I have listened to a few AC/DC songs like Thunderstruck and Back in Black, and I think You Shook Me All Night Long or something like that. I've listened to that before. AC/DC, you know, they're Australian, I think, so, you know, that's cool. I do not have much to say about this album, but it's probably good. It came out in, like, the late 70s, I believe, so this album definitely is different for me. You know, it's not bad. You know, probably Highway to Hell is a good song. I mean, I don't have much to say about it. We also have another AC/DC song on it, which is Back in Black. Another AC/DC. Oh yeah, because I said AC/DC. Okay. So AC/DC Back in Black. This is another AC/DC album. I've actually listened to, I believe, 3 songs on this album. I've listened to probably Hell's Bells, Back in Black, and You Shook Me All Night Long. So I think I've listened to those songs before. But I have really, again, not much to say about this album either, because, you know, I don't. It's probably a good album, probably amazing, probably belongs in the record books. But, you know, literally belongs in the record books. But, you know, it's AC/DC. I mean, if you like AC/DC, like, in fact, you know, maybe one day I'll sell these albums. Maybe someday I'll go back to the comments of this video and say, hey, I'm selling these albums, go to this certain auction or something. Maybe I will, if you're interested in buying these albums. I don't know why you would. Alright, let's say, I'm not selling any of these. Maybe I will someday. But you probably will never know me, because I'm a freaking 1000 subscriber. What am I saying? Whatever. Alright, our final metal album is not Metallica. Yeah, I don't have a Metallica album when I have 3 metal albums. Kind of sad. But I do have Paranoid by Black Sabbath, which I've listened to 2 songs on this album, which you probably know is Paranoid and Iron Man. This, I actually do really like Paranoid. Paranoid is a really good song. Like, I actually like Paranoid a lot. That's a good song. I actually like it. In fact, I think I first heard that song in the freaking Angry Birds movie. And that's how, when I heard it, like, later on, you know, after, you know, that, I was like, hey, this is that one song from the Angry Birds movie. Not gonna lie, it kinda hits hard. So, yeah. Paranoid. Yeah. You know. It's Paranoid. Good stuff. Yeah, that's Black Sabbath. Paranoid. Alright, so that was all my other rock albums. Now, you might think this might be the end, but if you look at the runtime of this video right now, it is not the end, because we still have more CDs to go over to. I'm going to teleport to the next segment. Chit, we're back. Alright, so, you know, now we have my Weird Al CDs. I used to be a huge fan of Weird Al. In fact, I probably should be shutting my freaking mouth right now, because I'm going to go see him on July 11th at Darien Lake, because, you know, I live in California, so that was the only show that we could book, so, I'm going there, I'm flying, alright, we're going in a plane, you know, we're going there. Oh, frick it, I freaking live in New York. Oh, come find me. No, don't, please, no, please don't do that, like, actually, I don't want to meet the freaking stalk, please. Yeah, so but now someone just, okay, whatever, yeah, I'm going there sometime, somewhere, I don't know. So, let's get into my Weird Al CDs. Yeah. So, I used to be a huge fan of Weird Al. I'm still a good fan of Weird Al, but, you know, just not as much. And I have a few Weird Al albums. Mostly that belongs to my brother, but, you know, I still like Weird Al, so I technically keep them as my own. So, first we have Weird Al Yankovic, Weird Al's first album released in 1983. I think on Scotty Bros Records or something. I don't even know. On Way Moby. I don't think that's the real record label. But, you know, Weird Al, this album, my brother says he does not like it at all. I actually really like this album because Raw, you know, it's actually Weird Al's only album that features an accordion on every song, which is literally what he's literally known for that. That's why I love this album. Like, it has some good songs in it. Like, of course, we have I Love Rocky Road. It has Happy Birthday, I Love Happy Birthday, The Check's in the Mail, My Bologna, Stop Dragging My Car Around, I'll Be Mellow When I'm Dead. I literally love so many songs on this album, even though it's just kind of, like, stale. But I don't really give a crap. I love Weird Al Yankovic's first album. I think it's good. It's some good stuff. Some funny stuff. I'm also happy they brought back Ricky in the new live concert. Yeah, I'm actually really happy they brought back Ricky, because Ricky's a good track. Okay, because I think it's even Weird Al's only duet song. Okay, no, maybe it's not. Maybe it has Pretty Fly for a Rabbi, but I don't even know. But, you know, Weird Al Yankovic, he's a cool guy. Never met him, but you know, he's cool. I mean, he's pretty cool. Next we got Polka Party by, you know, Weird Al Yankovic. This is Weird Al's 4th album, so we're just kind of skipping through a little bit. Polka Party, you know, I don't have much to say about this album. I've listened to it in full, but you know, it's kind of Weird Al's worst album. It actually kind of is. Even though I still like this album, it's just kind of Weird Al's lowest point in his career. So, the good songs on this album, though, are Living with a Hernia, Dog Eat Dog, Christmas at Ground Zero, and Good Enough for Now. Those are some good songs. Those are probably my favorite. Like, I love Good Enough for Now. It's a great country song. Weird Al needs to make more country songs. In fact, I'm going to put that as a petition. Weird Al, make more country songs, because if you don't, I will find your house. No, I'm not going to find your house. You probably didn't listen to this. But, Polka Party, you know, it's good. I think it's cool. I like it. It's good. You know, it really does something to you when you review CDs for freaking an hour. Like, in fact, probably my next CD collection, I'm probably going a little more faster. I'm probably just going to skim through most of them. But, Polka Party, I like Polka Party. It's a polka party. Yeah! Yeah. Alright, now we have Weird Al Yankovic's Off the Deep End. This is Weird Al's first 90s album, and it actually has a parody of Smells Like Teen Spirit, so technically, it does count as an alternative rock album. Or should I say an alternative comedy rock album. Technically, it does count as that. Well, I mean, not really, but yeah. This is another good Weird Al album. It's Weird Al's first 90s album, so it parodies a lot of early 90s rock stuff, which is, you might think is a bad idea, but actually it's pretty cool. Like, early 90s rock is very, like, anytime I think of early 90s rock, I think of underwater stuff. Probably because of Nirvana and Detachable Thing. You might know that song for a little bit. You know, all that stuff. So, you know, the good songs on this album, of course, are Smells Like Nirvana, I Can't Watch This, The White Stuff, When I Was Your Age, Airline Amy, and You Don't Love Me Anymore. Those are some good songs on this album. I like those albums a lot. Got Weird Al, you know, Swimming with the Boys. I don't even know what that, I mean, if you can't tell what this album cover is mocking, I don't even know why you're watching this video. It's, of course, mocking, well, actually, you can go figure that out for yourself, because you're just stupid if you don't know that. Alright, next we have Weird Al Yankovic's Bad Hair Day. You know, this is a 1996 album, so it is in the middle of alternative rock. In fact, it even has a song on the album called The Alternative Polka, which basically only contains alternative rock songs, which I think is really cool. This is my second favorite Weird Al album. My favorite's actually Running with Scissors. I don't have that album, but I wish I did. So, you know, Bad Hair Day is a good album. Of course, it has Amish Paradise on it, and, you know, and stuff. But it also has Everything You Know Is Wrong, Alternative Polka, Gump, Syndicated Ink, and Phony Calls, and I Remember Larry, and That's Hammer Crazy. There's all these songs on this album are so good. They're all amazing. Since you've been gone, I could probably go without, but that does not mean it's bad. It's still pretty good. Yeah, I mean, Weird Al, you know, I've definitely outgrown Weird Al, but he is the first artist, in my opinion, besides Weezer. Weezer did different something else. Weird Al is literally the guy who introduced me to all these bands, and that's how he introduced me to Weezer. And that's how Weezer introduced me to alternative rock, and and then Green Day introduced me to punk rock music. In fact, it's kind of a timeline here. So Weird Al, of course, introduced me to just music in general, and honestly, I can't thank him enough for that. That's why Weird Al, I mean, of course, Weird Al definitely is kind of belongs to my childhood and not really into my adulthood, but, he's still a great artist who still makes great stuff. Like, like, Mandatory Fun was a great album by him, because it was his last album, and it's good. Next we have Weird Al's Greatest Hits, which released, like, back in the late 80s. This only contains stuff from his first 5 albums, everything before UHF. Yeah, it's a 10-track greatest hits. It just has all the greatest stuff on it. The one track that I do not like it being on here is Addicted to Spuds, and maybe Ricky. Addicted to Spuds and Ricky should not even be on here. Like, you should have replaced it with, I Want to Be a Clone Now or something. Or, I Wish I Was a Clone Now and stuff. Or, I Love Rocky Road, which they don't even have on here. I just realized they, of course, put I Love Rocky Road on here. Or, like, yeah, I mean, just do that. Put Christmas at Ground Zero on this. And then he would release a volume 2 of this, but for now, you should just put better songs on it. So, Weird Al's Greatest Hits. A great Greatest Hits album. It's not great, but, it's just, a good Greatest Hits compilation. Like, I think a Greatest Hits compilation, just, the one big rule of it is just that it has to have good songs by that artist. Like, it just has random songs on it, it's not a Greatest Hits. It has to be, like, long, but short. And that's a good Greatest Hits album. This is just short. The short Greatest Hits album. Alright, that is all the Weird Al stuff. But I am not done. If you thought I was done, you're wrong. I actually have 500 more CDs. JK, just trolling. My final album that I have is Michael Jackson's Thriller. And that's what I was hinting at the beginning, where I said that I don't have all that pop stuff. I have one album, which is Michael Jackson's Thriller. I have listened to this album in full one time. Only one time. Of course, like, I honestly don't even want to talk about it, because it is literally the best-selling album of all time. Like, literally. Like, if search it up, you will find that. I mean, the good songs of this album are Beat It, Billie Jean. I can't even read this cursive. They're just kind of funny. Thriller's good. Yeah. I like Thriller. It's a good album. It's good stuff. Yeah. Alright, everyone, that was my 57, 58, 59 minute long CD collection. My phone is literally burning right now. I'm not going to be surprised if it's at 20% when I'm done with this. It was probably like at 80 before I started this. This is my CD collection. Yeah. If you thought this video was boring, screw you. I hate you. No one loves you. And if you like this video, thanks. Like, actually, you're cool. I do like you. I don't love you, but I like you. You're pretty cool. You're pretty chill. But, yeah. So, if you didn't get the message of this video, that I was definitely focusing more on the Green Day and Blink-182 CDs. Everything else after it's a CD collection, so of course I have to include them. So, probably in the future, I am probably not going to do a full CD collection. I'm going to do just a pop punk. Like, once I get a lot of pop punk and alternative rock albums, I'm probably going to do more of a pop punk, alternative rock, collection. So, that's it for the video. I hope you liked it. If you didn't, I will kill you. Not really. But, yeah. I'm probably not going to make a video game collection, though. So, womp womp. Goodbye. See you later.